Hi. Earlier I posted 4 videos of very simple yoga lesson, and this lesson is going to be all together as one video, all of them together. I will start to stimulate the body from one end, starting from toes till the other end. We start by lying down on the floor. If you're following the video and if you're trying to do a lesson at home, please make sure that you're breathing through the nostril and you're comfortably breathing. Also, that any stimulation the movement brings, the activity brings in your body, keep checking that at always it is comfortable in the body. Good luck, and let's start. So you lie down on the floor, arms and legs apart, head relaxed and loose, eyes closed and mouth closed. Please realize the natural state of your respiration. Further, this realization of respiration should be continuous. Once you start to experience your respiration continuously, bring your feet together and start to move your toes front and back as slow as possible while your respiration is natural. You have experience of respiration and experience of toes. Not only toes, but also the palm. Then you start to bend your entire feet front and back, slow as possible. Whenever you do an activity, you must bring it to your realization, to your experience. After a few times taking it front and back, start to rotate the feet in same direction, slowly. Experience of respiration and stimulation of the feet around the heels and ankles are your experience. Reverse the direction. After a few rounds, you can separate your feet and rotate your feet in opposite direction. This brings more stimulation. Stimulation starts to happen in the legs and knees. You reverse after a few rounds. After a few rounds, you can apart your legs maximum and lift your knees a little bit up. Then again you start to rotate your feet and you realize that your knees also rotate. As if there is a ring outside your knee. You realize that your thighs rotate in the pelvis. You have some experience of your hips. You reverse the direction. So you have Maximum stimulation at the feet and ankles, and bit of stimulation in the legs and knees, thighs and hips. After a few rounds, you stop and bring your feet together. We want to take care of one of the leg and joint of the knee. So your hands together, fingers crossed on the belly, and start cycling a very small and slow. You will feel the leg weight of your leg, thigh, and the knee. You will find the joint of your knee. Change the direction. All this finding is in your experience. Check, you feel the stimulation of your leg and knee. After a few rounds, you catch this thigh and start to rotate the leg around the knee in the circle. All your movements will be comfortable in the body. After a few rounds, you reverse the direction. When the speed is less, you have the experience. You move nearer to the experience. When the speed is more, you move farther away from experience. After a few rounds, you stop. Bring your hands on the belly, fingers crossed, and we do the same with other leg, feeling this leg, knee and thigh. A small cycle. Which you reverse after a while. And check, are you only doing or you have the experience? Then you catch this thigh from both hands and start to rotate the leg around the knee. Do you have experience of the leg, joint of your knee and your thigh? Please change the direction and comfortably moving. Not to aggravate the pain or discomfort. After some time, you reverse the direction. In your experience, you got your thigh, knee, leg, and respiration. Then you straighten this leg, bring your hands again on the belly, and now we focus on this, one of the hip, thigh, and pelvis. So we again start the cycling. This time a little bigger one. So that you realize the hip as a bridge between thigh and pelvis. Your respiration natural and you have the experience of respiration. Please reverse after some time. It brings a little stimulation to the hip joint, bridging pelvis and thigh. Then you catch this foot and knee. With the hand that you're catching the knee, you start to make circle around your hip joint. So you're clearing up the bridge which is hip joint, the bridge between thigh and pelvis. Reverse. This experience of thigh, hip and pelvis is only available now. After some time, straighten this leg up, hands on the belly, and other leg, a bigger cycle. You don't miss the hip joint as bridge between thigh and pelvis. It brings a little stimulation. You must check in your experience, you have that stimulation. Please reverse. Then you catch this foot and knee and you start to make the circle with your thigh and knee around the hip joint, targeting this hip joint, cleaning up the passage through this bridge between thigh and hip, between thigh and pelvis. Please reverse and check that you're feeling that experience of thigh rotating through the hip joint around the pelvis. And then you bring both knees on the chest, catch the knees and push them outward, forward. In the front you join them. Together bring them on the chest. This way you make the circle. You check the speed in the video. The movement is very slow. Pelvis, hip joints, the covers, muscular covers, buttocks, its connection with the spine, lower back. If some of these or all of these appear in your experience, please reverse. Your mouth always closed. If you find that respiration is getting tougher, you have to wait and pause a little. If the respiration is getting challenged, you have to slow down the speed a little. After a few rounds, you can keep the feet on the floor, hands on the belly, fingers crossed, and you start to bring your knees to left and right. As you bring it to a side, you see the lower back as a twist, lower spine, belly, pelvis, hip. If there is any lower back issue, you move but slow. And that the experience, comfort or discomfort in the experience, becomes your guide to go less or more. The doing is one thing. Check that you always have the experience. Right now, the experience of this twist of pelvis, hips, twist of belly, lower back, lower spine. After a few rounds, we want to twist more so that the twist can reach to the upper part of the body as well. So you can stop in the center and put one of your foot on top of the thigh. Sit your hands under the head, fingers crossed, and start to move your legs left and right. The comfort or discomfort which appears in the experience guides you the range of your movement. Check if you begin to experience some of your ribs. Check if you can also experience your diaphragm. Thus you see the effect of the twist is reaching upward. After a few rounds, we will switch the legs. And then you continue. Always take the tips from the guide. The guide is your own experience. comfort and discomfort. Your respiration always through the nostril, free flowing. Thus, the stimulation extended into the ribs, diaphragm, part of the chest, shoulders, shoulder blades, as much it can manage to reach. Then you can stop in the center. Both feet little bit up from the floor, feet crossed. You start to take your knees to left and right, slowly. Maybe your lower back and pelvis does not allow much. Maybe when you move few times and slowly, it starts to loosen up. As it gets loosened up, you start to have a better range. After having loosened up and your movement of range increased, you attempt to make a small circle in the center when you come. A small circle. Check the weight of the body is giving a massage to part of your sacrum, the lower part of the spine, which you reverse it. You move only as much the comfort allows you. This small circle, which is giving you a massage effect around the sacrum, lower part of the spine, shift this circle on one of your buttocks. Locate the hip joint and go around it comfortably. Check that your respiration is a free flow of air and reverse after some time. Once you reverse, you start to make a bigger circle on this side. You cover a little bit of the lower back, hip and buttock. As if you are receiving a little massage. The direction of the circle you can reverse again. Keep your respiration always a free flow of air through the nostril. Then you shift to the other side. First you choose the buttock. Center of the circle is the hip joint, which you find hidden in this buttock. And you reverse. The circle gets bigger, this buttock and lower back. If you can reach, if your body allows you. And you reverse. So you see the weight of the body we are using. With a small movement to receive a massage. Having done this side, now you make figure of 8 between left and right. Go slow. Your inner eyes on the comfort. You pass through the spine, check that your spine is comfortable. Please change the direction. Once you do a few rounds of figure of 8, then you go for a big circle all over only if your body allows, or as much your body allows. As if you did massage in different parts of your back, and now you're joining all the massage together, a big massage. It involves your lower back, check if it is. It involves your belly, reverse direction, please. Thus, bringing the stimulation to lower back, belly, organs of the belly, and all vertebrae of the lower spine. The ultimate guide is the comfort which appears in your experience. And then slowly you can bring the feet on the floor. Once the feet goes to the floor, you separate your feet a little bit and lift your pelvis up and down. Check that your respiration is comfortable. If you are tired, then you can wait and relax a little bit. Wait for your respiration to get absolutely natural. After a few rounds of taking this up and down, the body loosens up and it gets ready for you to make a circle with the pelvis. The area between the knees till the shoulders are getting stimulated through this pelvis rotation, which you reverse after some time. Check that your respiration is not exhausted. Hence, you keep slowing down. Always remember to slow down. After a few rounds, if you can continue, start to make figure of 8. All movements are conscious movement. The meaning of conscious movement is that you are constantly in experience of your movement and you are taking the guidance from the comfort which appears from your experience. Please reverse the direction. Check the stimulation of the body. After a few rounds, you can stop and then you turn to a side. Your knees bend, your hands around the neck, fingers crossed. You lift your elbows, head, shoulders, rib cage. Twist and untwist. Important is that you move slow. And take the guidance from the comfort which appears in your experience. Hence, you realize, then only you have the experience, then only you know if it is comfortable or not. After a few times, you start to make circle with your upper body. Absolutely slow. Attempt a small circle. Thereafter, the comfort in the experience will guide you and take you to your range of your movement. You explore the range. No speed. Respiration natural, comfortable, free flowing through the nostril, and then you reverse. We have begun to stimulate the body from the toes. Now check what is being stimulated. After a few rounds, you can stop and you can turn to other side. With knees bent, hands around the neck, fingers crossed, upper body twist and untwist, guided by the comfort which appears in your experience. Slow so that everything is comfortable and you are nearer to the experience. If everything is comfortable, your lifeline, your respiration is comfortable. You begin to make circles. small, slow, and start to get guided from your comfort of your experience and find out the range of your circle which you reverse the direction. Notice which part is under stimulation. You must be feeling one of your shoulder blades. Check which one. And then you can stop and begin to sit down comfortably, slowly. Sit as comfortable to you. If cross feet seated like this is not comfortable, you can elevate your buttocks a little bit up and you can use any cushion here. If this is not comfortable, you can sit down on the knees. If this is not comfortable, you can sit down with your legs straight and hands on the back. If again this is not comfortable, you sit down on the chair. You sit down. We will use respiration to stimulate the belly and chest. First to the belly. Imagine belly like a balloon. Put your hands in front of the belly. Start to inhale little by little and inflate the balloon. So inhale and inflate the belly. Exhale and deflate. Squeeze it. Push them in. Inflate it. And eyes closed so that you move near to experience. When you inhale, as if there's a football coming into the belly, notice how it stretches everything in the belly. If this expansion, this inflation stretches your lower back, to feel more of the lower back, put your palm on the lower back and let this ball expand and stretch the lower back. Feel from your palm. This ball expanding, it also must be going up. So check your diaphragm going up. The diaphragm going down. The diaphragm going up. After having stimulated the belly, organs of the belly with the respiration, we will do the same with the rib cage. Rib cage like a balloon, just as it is. We inhale, lift it up and fill up your rib cage. All the ribs become spacious. So inhale, lift your rib cage up. Experience the expansion. Exhale, let it go out. All respiration as far as possible through the nostril. Check, you have this experience. You claim this experience of the rib cage expansion. It involves your lungs. It involves the heart. As you inhale, your lungs inflate. Can you experience the expansion of lungs which are hidden inside the rib cage? The squeeze of the lung. When we inhale, the air goes to the lungs, which makes them inflate. When we exhale, the lungs deflate. When the lungs inflate, it sucks from the other opening. The other opening from the heart. It sucks the blood from the heart. So lungs open Lungs empty, squeeze. When the lungs open, it pulls the blood from the heart. And lungs empty, squeeze. The blood goes back to heart. So the lungs suck the blood from the heart. Lungs squeeze the blood back to the heart. Pull the blood from the heart. Return it back to the heart. When the blood comes to the heart, the air is going there with fresh air. And the air goes out. Hence, it is important to have fresh air. Open the windows, have fresh air. Better oxygen, good quality oxygen. So inhale, bring good quality of oxygen into the blood. Let the oxygen get dissolved and consumed in the blood. Exhale all the carbon dioxide, all the toxins. Inhale the oxygen into the blood. Exhale the toxins out of the blood. Please realize your lungs and heart. Also while it's squeezing. Check that you have the experience. Realize it. We will stimulate the shoulders. Push your shoulders back. Let the respiration rest while the shoulders are pushed back. Respiration free flowing through the nostril. Push your shoulders forward and back. Slowly, slowly front and back. Till you get the experience of the bones stretching, the bones loosening up, and you are ready to make a circle. A comfortable circle. Check that your bones are moving through the joints. The muscular cover around the bones also stimulate. The guide is the comfort in the experience. Connect with the guide and change the direction. The comfort in the experience of the body and also in the respiration. Realize that your shoulders are better loose than before, and then stop and bring one of your hand on the shoulder, and this elbow begins to rotate. Go slowly, check if there is any issue with the shoulder joint, with the shoulder, with the upper spine. Check the comfort in respiration and comfort in this stimulation. This comfort is your guide. And reverse the direction, please. If you have your eyes closed, your experience is near. The comfort or discomfort is clearly available. Switch your arms and continue with this other arm. We had begun from the toes. You see, you have the experience of realization of this rib cage, shoulder joint, armpit, this arm, the stimulation of this zone, which you reverse. Respiration is comfortable. Respiration is lifeline. After a few rounds, bring both hands on the shoulder and both elbows go for rotation. Keep checking the comfort which appears in your physical experience and respirational experience. Please realize the zone of the body which is under stimulation. Arms, shoulders, armpits, shoulder joints, rib cage, upper spine, reverse. The guide is the comfort in the experience of your body and in respiration through the nostril. Having stimulated the rib cage, arms, shoulder, please bring one of your arm forward and the other hand on this elbow. Push your shoulder forward. Bend this arm. Hand inside, almost fingers touching the chest. Bring it up. So your hand which is holding the elbow is downward, palm upward, and stretch, push the shoulder forward. The hand returns from the top, touching the chest. It goes down, arm becomes stretched again. Push the shoulder forward. Please continue. Reduce the speed. Check that respiration is comfortable. Check that you start to receive some stimulation because of this movement. Check the comfort in the experience of the body and comfort in the experience of the respiration. And switch your arms, please. You are comfortable in the experience of your respiration and in the physical stimulation. Please join your fingers together. Cross the fingers, palm on the throat, palm forward. Stretch your arm forward in front of the shoulders. Stretch your fingers, your palm, your wrist, your elbows, your shoulders. Check the stretch at the shoulder blade. Only as much is comfortable which is in your experience. Now lift this arm up. Comfortable. As much it goes in your range. And then lower your arms from the throat. It's like one circle. Push it forward. Take it up. This circle, check that your respiration is comfortable experience, physical stimulation is comfortable, and you are able to not realize, but you are able to realizing. It means still realizing. The verb, change the direction. Continuously realizing the respiration as well as body stimulation. As if we have become separate from the body. From outside, there is somebody else who is realizing the respiration and body. After having few times done, your hands on the lap. Comfortable, relax, loosen up everything, and you start to move your head up and down. Slowly, you may have some issue with the neck. Check it out that your comfort is with you. Moving head up and down, tilt your head to the right side a little bit. Keep it on the right side. Never compromise on the comfort. After a few times, you move it to the left side and move your head up and down on the left side. Check your respiration is comfortable, freely flowing through the nostril. And then start a very small circle with the head. Small. Soon the comfort will tell you, as guide, you could go a little bit more. It is advisable, I suggest not to go too much. Cervical is very complicated and easily unconscious movement can bring the discomfort which might appear later. After few rounds, change the direction. Are you in realizing the stimulation around throat and neck? I use not the word realization. It looks more like a noun, something of the past. I use realizing. You're still realizing. So we had realized our toes, and from then now to the throat, neck and cervical. That means almost like whole body. We haven't done anything to the fingers, hands and wrists. So stop the head movement. Bring your arms in front. Open your palm. Stretch the fingers and palm. Check how your all fingers, palm and wrist are. You close the fist by bringing thumb inside, all fingers around. Squeeze it and downward. Move it a few times. Opening the palm, stretching the fingers, closing the fist tight and moving it downward. Till you start to come to realizing of your hands, fingers, palm and wrist. Then you begin to rotate your fist in opposite direction. Go slow, otherwise you will not have the experience. You will waste the activity. Check you have the realizing. Reverse, please. You keep the realizing. Your closed eyes helps the realizing. The experience is nearer. If you can handle, open the fingers and palm and rotate this. See, there is no speed here. Please reverse. If you can continue, take this palm to the sides and you rotate here, which you reverse after some time. Then you close the fist and rotate the fist. And also you reverse. Then you open the fingers and palm and stretch. Close the fist, squeeze and bend downward. Check that if you can do it few times. Take the arms up and there you open the fingers, stretch the palm, close the fist, squeeze and down a few times. Check your respiration is natural. And you have the experience of the hands, fingers, palm and wrist. Close the fist and start to rotate. This must appear in the experience, the body and respiration. Only in the experience you check it. Reverse the direction. In the experience you check it, you heal it, you diagnose it. Open the fingers and palm and rotate. Please reverse. Thus stimulating the fingers, palm, hands, wrist, fist and lower the hands on the floor, on the lap. Thus having stimulated every part of the body, now we come on the hands and knees. If knees are not comfortable on the floor, you can put a cushion or something spongy. And you start to move your head up and down. This helps you to arch your back and spine. Come to realizing of the experience which this activity brings. Check your respiration is a comfortable experience. And then you can stop. Like the lizard moves front and back, you move a little bit on the front and a little bit back, a conscious movement. A little bit front and back and observe if you feel any vertebrae of the spine. Check the comfort. Let the comfort be your guide. If you can, little bit more front and back. Take the guidance from the comfort. If there is a discomfort, little bit less. If there is a comfort, little bit more. Keep the realizing with you. The experience and the comfort and discomfort appears there. Your eyes are closed. It helps your experience to be realized better and easier. So you build it up slowly so that you have full range of movement only if your comfort in the experience has allowed you. Check that your respiration is freely flowing through the nostril. In case of any discomfort, your range of movement is guided by the discomfort following. Once you finish this, you come in front and you start to bend your elbows and go down to the floor slowly. And then come back slowly up. Check that your elbows, wrist and shoulders allows you to come up and down. If it does not allow you to come up fully, you only follow as much it allows you. You have the experience of all these joints. The purpose is not to come up and to go down. The purpose is to pass through the experience of all these joints. Wrists, elbows, shoulders. Check what else appears in your experience. Does the spine appear? Belly and chest appear. And then you can go to the floor and join your hands together and put your chin on the palm if your cervical, if your neck allows. If not, you keep the one side of the cheek on the palm. Please bend both your knees and lift slowly one of the knee and thigh up. It pulls through the hip joint, through the pelvis. Something is pulled in the belly, lower back and chest. Release it slowly. And continue with the other side. Alternating, you continue. You move as much your guide. The guide is the comfort in your experience. As much your guide allows you. Be aware of your range, of your possibilities and your limitations. Keep checking your respiration. Respiration is the lifeline. Any discomfort, anywhere, respiration will give the signal. After a few rounds, you can stop, cross your feet and take your feet to one side. When you take one side, one of the knee and thigh lifts up. If it is comfortable, you go to your range where you can breathe comfortably and realize the twist in spine, twist in belly, lower back. Once you realize, you return to the other center and go to the other side. You start to move between left and right and realizing the physical stimulation and respiration. Comfort in respiration and comfort in physical stimulation. After a few times, you can keep your legs on the floor. One of the legs straight you lift up. And see how much you can lift slowly, slowly. You are breathing comfortably. Your stimulation is comfortable. Little by little you return. And then other side. Keep alternating your legs. The realizing of body and respiration. The guide is the comfort the comfort in the experience of your respiration, and the comfort in the experience of physical stimulation. After a few times, both feet, legs on the floor, and place your palm under the chest, toes on the floor, and check if you can lift your buttocks up, your thighs, your belly, and thighs and belly pushes your pelvis up and down. Please continue, move slow, and check. The pelvis is the bridge between thighs on one side, belly lower back with lower spine on the other side. How is this zone of the body from knees till diaphragm? Knees, thighs, pelvis, belly, lower back, lower spine till diaphragm. Then you pull it up and see if you can move it to left and right. If you can move it left and right, maybe you can make a circle. Attempt a small circle first. Be aware of the stimulation, physical stimulation. Check the comfort there and reverse the direction. Take the guidance from the comfort which appears in the experience. The stimulation from the knees, thighs, pelvis, belly, lower back, spine, and diaphragm. After some time you can stop and back of the feet and toes on the floor, palm and elbows on the floor, and your chest up, shoulders up, head up. You begin to twist left and right. Comfortably check the comfort in the experience of respiration and body. Earlier we have stimulated thighs, pelvis, belly, lower back till diaphragm. Now it is from diaphragm and above diaphragm included. You move depending upon the guidance from the comfort. To check your cervical is comfortable, your shoulders are comfortable. After some time, this twist of left and right, you convert it into a circle. No speed. Check the comfort in respiration. Respiration free flowing through the nostril, and you reverse the direction, breathe. After a few times you can stop and bring both hands on the lower back if it goes for your body. Let your legs be on the floor. Lift your head up, shoulders up, chest up. Check, are you breathing comfortably through the nostril? Lower it, please. Up and down, no speed. Check mostly the respiration if it is comfortable. Then the respiration as well as the body. This time when you come up, as you go down, you lift your legs and thighs up. Legs go down, chest come up. Chest go down, legs come up. Legs go down, everything comes up. Everything goes down. Continue, please. Slow down. Check your respiration. If respiration is not comfortable, the guide is asking you to stop for a while. Check. Physically you are comfortable. Respiration-wise you are comfortable. And then you stop. Bring your hands under the chest. We are going to sit. So slowly push the hand on the floor. Your head, shoulders, chest come up. Little by little you come up and then you begin to sit. Once you sat, you sit You sat comfortably, either on the knees or with crossed feet or on the chair. We do a little bit of breathing, balanced breathing. So you take your right hand, 2 fingers at the 2 eyebrow centers. You keep them there, resting there. Your ring finger and thumb free to move. And their function will be to close and open the nostril alternatively. So you use your thumb to close the right nostril and see that right nostril is blocked. You inhale from the left. Then you lower down your ring finger, close this nostril totally, and remove your thumb so that right nostril is open. You exhale out from the right. You inhale through the right. You switch and exhale through the left. Inhale through left. Exhale through right. You have some effort on the respiration. Effortful inhalation. Switch and effortful exhalation. Inhale, inflate your belly. Switch the nostril, squeeze the belly. Inhale, inflate your belly. Switch the nostril, squeeze the belly. Put your hand on the chest. Inhale, fill up your chest. Switch your nostril. Exhale, empty the chest. Fill up and lift up your chest. Switch the nostril. Empty your chest. Hands on the lap. One hand on the lap. Inhale without effort. Switch and exhale without effort. Inhale without effort. Exhale, switch the nostril without effort. Hands on the lap, please. Keep the eyes closed. Take the experience of natural respiration. Thus we have stimulated the whole body and the respiration was always throughout the nostril. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Please leave your comment if you want I need to improve. Thank you very much.